Hello friends, my name Dr. Sunil Kumar Jata. Today I am going to discuss about the molding materials. So this is the 8th lecture of the metal casting technology. You are welcome in the channel Metal Engineering. What is the molding materials? So there are the many types of molding materials are the available to use in the foundry. So for the manufacturing the mold and core. So out of these various type of materials, uh, various types of materials which are the uh, which are available, which are available to use in the foundry to making the mold and core. Out of which there have given like molding sands. Molding sands is the main principal material which are the used for the mold making in the green conditions or in the dry conditions. Second is the system sand. Second is system sands. So system sands is although is also called the backing sands. Backing sands is generally used to completely fill the material, completely filled the molds. For the ramming, it is used. And other is the rewounded sands. Mostly sand is used for the mold making. So rewounded sands and facing sands. Facing sands is used to sprinkled on the pattern for the good surface finish. And parting sands and mold wash and core sands. So various type of sands are used for making the mold. And among these, some other materials can also be used for the mold making, like metallic mold is used in the continuous castings, generally copper. Uh, Copper mold is used in continuous casting. And die in the pressure die casting, metallic dies are used in the pressure die casting. But for the making the mold by using the patterns, these materials are used, and choice of the molding material is based on the processing property. Uh, Choice of molding materials is based on processing properties. Processing properties and their characteristics. And which material should be used, it is depends on the desired characteristic and desired characteristic, and which metal is going to be the cast on which it is depends. So there are the many characteristic of the molding materials. So a molding material should have the some characteristics like refractiness. Characteristic of a molding material. So the molding materials should have the good refractiness. So material should have the refractiness property. So material can be resistant at the high temperature. So mold. So the width stand at high temperature. High temperature. So there are the many refractive materials are the just like silica, which has the melting point 1700 degrees centigrade, and it has the coefficient of linear expansions. So coefficients of linear expansion in 10 to power 6 degree per centigrade, 16.2. And other materials is the alumina. Alumina is also the refractive material which has the melting point approx the 2000 degrees centigrade, expansion coefficient 8. And magnesia which has the melting point 28 degrees centigrades, and 13.5 is the expansion coefficients. And thoria, thoria, uh, silica is the SiO2 is the chemical uh, formula, alumina Al2O3, magnesia is the MgO, thoria is THO2, and which has the melting point 3050 degrees centigrades, and 9.8 the expansion coefficient. So there are the many type of the refractive materials are the found which can be the used, which are found in the sands, and that has the different characteristics. So mostly silica is found in the Indian sand that is used for the mold making, and which is found at the river banks. So other properties is the green strength. So materials should have the green strength, so it can sustain its strength. So when the sand contain the moisture, sand contain sand contain the contains the moistures. So it is referred as the green sands. So it should be the enough strength to retain their shape, to retain the shape of mold. So the sand has found this characteristic, and sand also have the good sand also have the good refractoriness. Sand Sand is the main principal material which has the good refractivity, and it can be withstand at the higher temperature. And second is the green strength. So sand contain the moisture, so it is called the green strength, and it should have the enough strength to retain the shape of the mold. And sand has the green sand has the good green strength. Sand has good green strength. And dry strength, when the all the moisture is removed from the sands, it is called the dry sand. After removing all the moisture content, it is called the dry sand. So it when the metal is the pour into the mold, so very fast the moisture is the evaporate from the sand. So after pouring the after removing the after pouring molten metal mold should have should have enough strength. And these characteristic is found in the dry sand. Hot strength. What is the hot strength? Hot strength. So sand reached at the high temperature of the molten metal. So after the removal of all the moisture, so the sand would reach the high temperature when metal in the mold is still in the liquid state. So at that time, sand should have the enough strength required to hold the shape of the cavity. So it is called the hot strength. So when molten metal molten metal is in the mold in liquid state, so mold have sufficient strength to hold its shape. So that is called the hot strength. Chemical resistivity. So molding materials should have the good chemical resistivity. Means mold material should not react with molten metal. So sand is the good material which has chemical inertness, which has chemical resistivity. Resistivity and permeability. So larger amount of the gases are uh, generated in the mold cavity during the solidification, and some gases are observed. Some gases are observed from the atmospheric air in the furnace and during the transportation to the mold cavity. So these should be the escape from the mold unless it will reflect as the blowholes. So mold materials should have the good permeability. So mold materials should have optimum permeability, optimum to escape to escape to escape gases which are during solidification and absorbed by molten metal during melting in furnace and transportation from atmosphere. So these properties should have the mold materials, and one property is the collapsibility. Mold material should be the collapsible. Molding material should be collapsible. Collapse after solidification to eject the casting from the mold. Thermal conductivity. A mold material should have good thermal conductivity. So heat transfer quickly from molten metal to surroundings. So these properties are the available in the sand. So sand can be used for the casting of any metal, any metal like ferrous or non-ferrous, and their alloys. So mold material, so sand can be resistant at the high temperature. Sand resistant at a high temperature. It has high chemical resistivity. It has the higher permeability, and we can change the permeability, strength, and hardness by varying the composition and ingredients of the sand. So sand is the very flexible material. Sand is the very flexible material, flexible material, so the which is very suitable for mold making. But the property of sands, the properties of sands are varying from one sand to another. One sand to another. So it should be noted that the characteristics. So the sand has the above mentioned characteristics characteristic. The sand have above mentioned characteristic that will be used as molding materials. So in India, in India, in India, in India, the many foundries generally used river sands. River sands. So the foundries which has the rivers nearby and that nearby sands is supply the sands. So the uh, rivers river bank river bank sands has river bank sands have 80 to 85% silica, and these sands have very less amount, very less amount of killing. And the river sand in the Jamshedpur foundries, in Jamshedpur foundries, Swan Rekha, Swarna Rekha's river sands is used for mold making. So many of these sands contain the very small amount of the clay, and grains are of the requisite grades, and high silica sands are normally used by the steel foundries are available from so high silica sands high silica sands which are normally used by steel foundries, which is found Rajmahal, Bihar, quartzitic quartzitic sand, Jamshedpur, Jamshedpur, Allahabad, Jabalpur, Hyderabad, Madras, Bangalore, Maharashtra. Maharashtra. So these are the sources of the molding sands in India. So hopefully this video is the very beneficial for you, and please like the video, and you can subscribe the channels. If you have any doubt, you can write the question in the comment box, and you can follow for the you can follow for the detailed study, and you can follow the book PN Rao, PN Rao for the manufacturing technology. And second is the PL Gen, principle of foundry technology. Thank you.